Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. It's a great day. I hope you're having a great day. Our weather's perfect. It's kind of sunny, a few clouds in the sky, but they're fluffy and it's beautiful. It's warm, but it's not hot. You know, this is when Portland is paradise. And it's kind of fun because, I guess that's all the coffee I get today. It's kind of fun because class is in session. In fact, you might hear them giggle. They're right on the other side of the wall. I just had them in a minute ago so that they could see the studio. But there's too many of them to all be in here while we're doing live, and they're supposed to be flower school. So they're staying on that side of the wall, and they'll get to watch it in replay. But it has been so much fun to be wearing my teacher hat again with in-person students. Yes, I wear my teacher hat every day with online students, and every Wednesday with you, and in between as well. But there's just a real joy to sharing the passion of floral education with people in person in the classroom. So we are having a ball. Housekeeping, let's stay on track here. I'm kind of getting excited because of flower school. But if you're on your phone, turn it sideways for a bigger picture. If the comments are in the way, you can swipe, and that will put it in silent mode, which just means you can't visually see the comments. You can still hear me. And if you want the comments back, swipe it. So you can do that. If you're on your computer, you can go full screen. If you are watching on TV, isn't that amazing? Watching on TV. I just think this whole smart TV thing, this whole technology thing is absolutely amazing. I always wonder, how did I live without all of this? And yet we all lived without it. It's also new. I mean, we've done online education since VHS tapes. I mean, can you imagine? So here we are streaming live via YouTube and Facebook. Big difference from printing a VHS tape and sending it off to you. Oh, how the world changes. Today I get to be on camera with you, sharing the excitement of the Flower Lovers Club. In the studio with me, Ricky's keeping me live and on schedule and on time, telling me what to do. And then Teacher Michelle is watching for your comments. So please, type away, add any questions. Hopefully they're floral related, because that's my topic of expertise. And we can try to answer them during this hour. On the other side of the wall, Teacher Carolyn and the students, and they are creating consumer-oriented arrangements today. So things that take current trends, classic design, and prepare it for the consumer. They're doing beautiful work. I am so proud of them. Then virtually, we have Caledonia on Facebook. Hi, Callie, I miss seeing you. One of these days you gotta get together again. And then Susie, she's over there on YouTube. And thanks for chatting with me this morning, Susie. It was a great start. I'll tell all of you, those of you that were in the Tulip Bunch already know that we're putting together a new email that's going to go out every Saturday. It's a new one, and we're calling it the Saturday Showcase. We let the Tulip Bunch vote as to what the name should be. So now you know. The Saturday Showcase begins this Saturday, and in it, we've gone through the archives and picked favorite videos that are timely, pertinent, still on trend, and doing a re-release so that it puts it up in your mindset and gives you another day of inspiration. And I thought Saturdays are always fun because you usually have a little more time that you can do stuff. And so I thought that's a great day to go through, run repeats, but we'll go through and curate and find the best. So you don't have to hunt. Actually, Susie went through and did a curated list to get us through Thanksgiving. So she's got, actually I think all the way through November. Then she's starting now on to Christmas with the curated list to send out to you all. So I'm anxious to hear what you think about it, so it'll be fun. So Susie, Caledonia, thanks for being here. David, I think you're online with us, probably flipping back and forth between YouTube and Facebook. Glad to have you. Nice to see you, even though we're not even in the same room. Love it. And then each of you, the Tulip Bunch. And some of you are members of the Flower Lovers Club. Some of you aren't. You should be. But you are the Tulip Bunch, and you're with us today live, which is so much fun. So thanks for being here. Take a moment, introduce yourself, let all the other tulips know who you are and where you're from. We found that over the years, we have tulips from so many different countries, every single state, so many provinces. It's really fascinating how big and established the Tulip Bunch is. So make a point of introducing yourself. It's a great way to start networking, to build a community for yourself with your flower-loving peers. And today, we're looking at a smaller group within that Tulip Bunch. This group are the members of our Flower Lovers Club. And the Flower Lovers Club is a very, very, very special group of people. The Flower Lovers Club, they're the bedrock of the Floral Design Institute. They're the foundation. They are rock solid supporters of floral education. They inspire me. They help with the rest of the Tulip Bunch. The Flower Lovers Club support education, both financially and emotionally and collaboratively. So the Flower Lovers Club, these people are the rocks of our world, and we couldn't do it without them. So in honor of the Flower Lovers Club, each of you who are members, which there are so many of you, and I want to say thank you, because if there weren't so many of you, we could not offer the vast amount of free education that we do, because it's the Flower Lovers Club members that support it. So in your honor, because you are my rocks, you rock my world, I wore all my rock jewelry. So I have a rock necklace, I have my rock ring, I have my rock earrings. That's because the Flower Lovers Club are the rocks, the sturdy foundation, the base for Floral Design Institute. So thank you. I'm going to do several bouquets today. I started out getting things prepped here. I'm going to do a hand tie first, because that's just sort of a nice way to start, because I can do it and talk to you and make eye contact and not have to think very hard, because I love making hand-tie bouquets. And so that's an easy one for me. Now, many of you know that we have lots and lots of videos with the hand-tie bouquet. I don't believe we have any videos in the Flower Lovers Club with the hand-tie bouquet, because the videos in the Flower Lovers Club are unique. They are more educational, and they're not available at all in the free content. So you have to go to the free stuff to find the hand tie, or watch me live, and we'll do it. I've got dahlias grown right here in Oregon. Aren't they beautiful? That gorgeous, vibrant color. Ruscus, grown, I believe, in Florida, so not here. Coffee break roses, I think out of Colombia or Ecuador. So we're going international here. Leucadendron, that probably is out of California. So we're kind of going around. And I think I will add a little bit of sorrel, grown right here in Oregon. It's harvested wild. It's foraged. It's not a cultivated crop. It's one that is just out in the woods. We live in paradise here. You ever get the chance, come visit Portland, you will be amazed at how much floral product you see. Then leaving it in water, because I want to keep it fabulous, I have these amazing orange cosmos. I didn't know that cosmos came in orange. Is that just stunning? I think they're the greatest things ever. And I wasn't sure what they were, but I was like, gosh, it kind of looks like a Cosmo. But I used my plant app, and sure enough, it's a Cosmos. I'm gonna leave it in water, because as you know, they're thirsty little buggers. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna start. When you do a hand tie, getting everything laid out first is really the most important thing. You don't want to leave it till later. You know, before I get started, I just have to share. I was looking up because, gosh, we haven't talked about the Flower Lovers Club and how important it is. And sure enough, we have not had a live stream that focused on the fabulous members of the Flower Lovers Club since 2018. That is far too long. 2018, can you believe it? And in 2018, I printed off, and you can see it's all super fine print. And I felt like I was Santa Claus with my list. And this was my members in 2018. So then I thought, oh, I should do that again and make another list. It was too long. I just thought, I can't do that. I'll be just printing and taping and cutting and spreading forever. But that's the beauty of the club. People join us and they stay and it grows and they financially support this free education that we offer. They are the reason that we can do this. Their membership funds free education. Plus there's benefits to them. Of course, there has to be benefits to them. You know, when you're a member, you get access to all 5 private educational libraries. Michelle, you might have to help me. There's Floral Design Trends. There's Elements and Principles of Design. There's Floral Design Styles. There is Floral Design Techniques. And Floral Design as Art. In fact, you just did a video for the Floral Design as Art. So members, if you haven't seen it yet, you need to go in and take a look. It's a summer floral art box. It is so stinking cool. And then I've already been getting a whole bunch of emails saying, well, in that video, Teacher Michelle was talking about something else that I'm not going to tell you about. And how'd she do that? Well, guess what? Friday, we have another video coming out in the Technique Library that Michelle did, showing exactly how she did do that. And so that's special for you and the club members. So log in, scroll down to the art library, and you'll see the latest one she did with the Summer Floral Art Box. And it features a more autumny flower, so it's still seasonally specific even though the seasons are changing. And then on Friday, log in again and you will see the latest in the Technique Library. But all the old ones are archived there, so if you haven't been a member yet, it doesn't matter. You can log in and see them because they're still current. There's nothing out of date. Now the Trends Library, obviously, as the trends evolve, they can get out of date, but we all know trends vary depending on where you are and who you are. So I'm gonna leave those because even though they may be an older trend, it may be popular for you, or it may trigger your mind to, oh, I think that is good. That is something I need to look at. So check it out. I think you'll like it. So now I'm adding some fountain grass. I forgot to tell you I was going to use that, but I wanted something a little bit spikier to put in to change out the design. If you saw the Tulip Tuesday video we sent out yesterday, I think it was yesterday, correct me Ricky if I'm wrong, it was on flower substitutions, was that yesterday? Okay. And talking about line flowers, how to substitute, mass flowers, how to substitute. And that's on our free content. And thanks to the Flower Lovers Club, we could send that to y'all. They help us spread the word. They help us provide quality education to a huge floral community. So thank you, club members, again. You are the rocks. Teacher Michelle, what you got there?
Well, lots of tulips are chiming in on Facebook and of course YouTube. They're having their own little chat over there. But Lori wanted to point out one of her favorite things about the Flower Lovers Club is that we offer an automatic renewal via credit card, so you never miss an episode or never miss access.
That is so true. I know I'm a member of several different types of clubs and organizations where you just pay once a month and you don't have to think about it. You just sign up and you do it. The club, we don't do once a month. It's so inexpensive. It's not an expensive club. It's only $59.95. That's it. To support free education, to get access to 5 libraries for you that no one else has access to. And we just bill it annually. And then when you decide that flowers are no longer part of your life, you can unsubscribe. So we make it easy. It's not hard. So I've got my hand tie put together, and then I'm going to go back and add in my cosmos. I saved them to the end because I wanted to be able to place them so that they stayed in the center. And if you know design, you know that sometimes if you start in the center, by the time you're done, the center is not in the center. So this way I could ensure that these are going to stay right where I want them. I'm just feeding them down in, finding the hole, letting them go. And they're not perfectly centered because I don't like anything perfectly centered. I like it to have a little bit of an asymmetrical feel. But I'm placing them down through the center and then seeing where they wiggle, how they go. So Lori has been a wonderful club member, so thank you for speaking up, Lori. Club members not only consume the information, like she said, she doesn't miss an episode, not only do they consume the information, but they help to spread the information, and they help with the community. And they provide feedback to us. I think it was Lori who quickly told me when I was calling it the Tulip People that was really stupid. It should be the Tulip Bunch. And it was great feedback. And they also inspire me by saying, hey, what about, or have you, or look what I did. Club members, it's a two-way street. You know, we give to them. I guess it's more of a three-way street. We give to them, and they give to us. And through their giving to us, it expands for you because it allows us to take out the information further than we could do if it was just ourselves. Because granted, you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of expense. It's a lot of time and trouble, a lot of people. You heard me introducing everybody. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us working today to make sure that we can give you this free hour of inspiration. And it's because of the Flower Lovers Club that that happens. So I just use a little bind wire there to tie it off. Then picking a vessel to put it in. Oh, doesn't that look great? Do you like that? Does it look good on camera? I hope so, because I'm loving this. I think the colors are so fun. They're so wavy. This is the vessel I picked for it, so I'm going to shorten it down, chop my stems quite a bit because they don't need to be long. And when you cut them short, it keeps them closer to the water source, so it ensures they're going to live longer. So this will be a very long-lasting bouquet, which is good because I have to leave it here till tomorrow so that Ricky can take pictures so that we can post them in the Tulip Bunch. And so I have to wait until later to get to take it home and enjoy it. And I want it to still be alive and beautiful. What do you think? Do you like that? I'll have to bring Kim's turntable over so that I can turn it for you. Isn't that great? You know, I love autumn. I absolutely adore. So much fun. You know, as I get ready for the next one, I want to share with you one of the things that I think is so fabulous about the Flower Lovers Club is that some of you have been with me since the very, very beginning. And you still are with me, and you still support the Floral Design Institute in Education. Andrea, Gloria, Peggy, Roger, Dawn, Gina, Jenny, Marcia, Riza, Carol, Virginia, Rose, and Kelly. You were all founding members at the very beginning, back in 2012. Those founding members, they were the beginning. They started, and one stacks on top of another, and stacks on top of another, and stacks on top of another, and they build. And since then, if I go back 10 years, so 2012 till now, I decided I was going to do a 10 years. So from 2012 were those that I named, and then starting 2013 to 2023, there's 55 of you that have been with us for 10 years. Isn't that amazing? You are the foundation of Floral Design Institute. It's you. Yeah. Couldn't do it without you. I owe you so much because you truly make it possible to do what I love. You allow me to do something I love every day. You spread the word, you help the community, you provide feedback, you provide inspiration. You're just kind of amazing. So this one, I have this beautiful ceramic that was a gift from a friend, and I just filled it with a very small amount of midnight foam, pre-soaked with flower food. I don't need tape because I anchored it in using anchor pins. If you've had flower school, you know what an anchor pin is, so that's all in there. And then I went back to my shelf. And I decided when I was thinking about the Flower Lovers Club and how you really are the foundation, the basis of Floral Design Institute, I went back to the shelf where this basket or little bowl sits. I'll show you the sign that's always on it. Leanne's Special Rocks. I know. But that way people know these rocks don't go anywhere. These are my special rocks. And some of them were gifts. This one was a gift from a friend of mine, Tom, and it's just such a gorgeous rock. And I thought, okay, so that one has to go in here. And it's so heavy, I can just set it. This is one that I actually found. I don't remember where I found it, but it's so smooth and it feels so nice and I just love it. This one is, what do they call them when you break them up? Thunder egg. This was a gift from Grace, who worked for us years ago, and when she passed away, her sons knew that I adored rocks, but I can't break it open because it just is too special to even imagine what's inside. And that's one of the things with the Flower Lovers Club. There's so much special inside that I can never even see because you're all over the world, and I just barely skim the surface to get to know you. But I know there's magic inside, absolute magic inside. And I thought this one was so pretty. Look at the variation, all of the changes in that. So I'm going to scooch things around a little bit, maybe put this one over here. There we go. No, I don't like it that way, so I have to make it go that way. There we go. Then I'm going to move my bowl of special rocks out of the way and start designing. And I thought these green roses were just so pretty. Has nothing to do with Flower Lovers Club, I just thought they were pretty. And then some miniature hydrangeas. I stole these from the classroom. They are using those Friday, I think, maybe Thursday, I don't know. But they're going to be using some, but I decided I needed some of them for me because I'm special and I can share them with you, the special Flower Lovers Club people. I'm going to just start filling in. So Teacher Michelle, Ricky, what's going on out in the world? And if you have not typed something in, shame on you. I need you to say something so that I know what to talk about, okay? Get on it. What's happening?
Well, you were mentioning that if people hadn't been to the Portland area, they should come visit us. but Judy lives here and she wanted to remind the local tulips that this weekend is the Portland Rose Society Fall Show at Washington Square.
That's right. Thank you for reminding us of that. I had forgotten, and I've been doing every night tour guide to Portland, telling the students where they should go visit, and that one I haven't done yet, so I will make sure they're aware of that. I did send them to see the mock swifts that are flying around Chapman School, and then I sent them just out touring on the streetcar because it's the cheapest way to see Portland and be comfortable and air conditioned and all of that. But the Rose Show, thank you. I'm so glad you reminded us because we will pass that on.
So Leanne, I know one of the benefits of the Flower Lovers Club is, of course, the resource library, but don't they also get a discount?
Yes, the Flower Lovers Club members, they join for two reasons. One, they want that education, and so they get access to the 5 private libraries. And when I describe the difference between our videos, things like this, where they're free, and the things we send out on Monday where it's free, they're really more for inspiration and to get you excited about flowers. Then the club videos are more for bits of education, sound bites of education, just little small bits. And then there's the courses and the workshops, which are intense education. They're much more focused, they're longer, there's more detail. So yes, there are 3 different types. But club members, once they join, they discover that education and then they realize what a difference they're making in the world by supporting education. And then as a thank you from us to you, we give you a code that allows you to take 20% off on any supply purchase. So it doesn't count for classes, but all supplies, books, that type of thing. When you decide you want to buy the AIFD guidebook, you can use your code. If you need colored wire, you can use your code. If you need flower food, use your code. It's just a great opportunity to save 20%, and we all know with the economy now, you need to save. Now, these were broken, so that's why they're sitting a little cup short, and since I'm doing short, I'm gonna go use the broken ones, because you want to make sure you get the best value out of your money and don't waste anything. And so when I'm doing a pave like this, I just go through and I hunt for broken flowers, and then I make sure I use them so that I get the full value. Now, I'm going to take this and set it on Kim's turntable. Thank you, Kim. We love you. And then turn it so you can see from all sides, because I'm making it all-sided. It's not going to be one-sided.
Kim is with us today, and she
Okay.
said she loves getting her Flower Lovers Club emails.
I love it. Excellent. Well, there's a new one coming out Friday. You're gonna love it. It's a technique that I think you'll find to be incredibly helpful when you're doing any sort of artistic arrangement. And that's all I'm going to say about it. You need to make that shorter. Boy, I kind of shorten that down. It's just keeps sticking out further than it's supposed to. It's supposed to be nestled in there. I'm doing a pave, not a pokey outie. Okay, Teacher Michelle, what else?
A pokey outie. You sound like me now.
I know, I was copying you. It was that teacher wording.
The teacher wording. So Yalwarini would like to know, out of all the flowers out there, how is it that the tulip was chosen for the FDI logo? Is there a story behind that?
There's kind of a story. A lot of tulips are red, and I love red, so that was part of it. Although, as you know, my favorite flower is the daffodil, and so you would think, well, why didn't you do a daffodil? Then, when you do a tulip, and in fact, Michelle, if you could hand me, it's hanging on the wall,
Uh-huh.
that plastic piece. When you do it to the left, there we go. When you do a tulip, it is one that you can easily design using the Fibonacci sequence. And so, since we teach, we wanted to have the Fibonacci. So I told David I wanted the tulip, and then he went to work designing it so that it had the golden measure throughout, and it could be scaled from small to large, and we even have a really, really large one. And then it evolved to where we could use even just the head, like you see here, which it also follows the golden measure. So it has lots of reasons. The color, the measurement, and the thing that I personally find most important about it is if you're familiar with tulips, they continue to grow even after they're cut. And tulips never stop growing, the people. You always grow, you always expand yourself, you always improve yourself. Tulips keep growing. So that's how we ended up with a tulip. So good question, y'all were reading. Okay. I've got one little one I'm going to nestle on top here because we all know that one rock by itself can be a strong foundation, but that rock can support another rock and can support another rock. And that's the beauty of the tulips, because Flower Lovers Club, they support each other. It's not one and done. They're there for everything. I want to put a little bit more in here, maybe, ooh, I know, some variegated pittosporum, because that variegation color picks up the lighter as well as the darker and gives just a little bit of movement. Bring it outward a bit. And then coming back. It's funny, another of our tulips sent me a note just before we went live and let me know they weren't going to be here live because they had some commitments. Just wanted me to know because they're going to catch it on replay. And I get calls like that and emails like that and messengers like that from the Flower Lovers Club members. And that's how we learn what you need, what you want, what should I be doing. Is I'll get a note, Leanne, why have you not done a video on blah, 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 blah? I'll go, oh, why haven't I? Let's get on that. So the Flower Lovers Club kind of keep communicating, keep us all on our toes, which really benefits everyone. So I'm going to stop on that one. I'll turn it so you can see all the sides. Do you like it? It's kind of fun. The rocks nestled in, building a foundation for the arrangement, and then supporting other rocks, because that's what you do. That is what you do. Put that one there. Okay. I'm going to set that one aside. We will get pictures and post them tomorrow, Thursday, on the Tulip Bunch. Now the Tulip Bunch is open to anyone that is a student, anyone that is a graduate, and anyone that is a member of the Flower Lovers Club. So if you've not joined the Tulip Bunch yet, do so. That one's free. You can just go online to Facebook and say, please add me to the bunch. You have to fill in the question as to why are you looking? Are you a student? Are you a graduate? Are you a club member? If you are not a club member yet, then you can't join the Tulip Bunch, because the Tulip Bunch are the people who do financially support the world of education. So it's our students, our graduates, and our club members. The easiest way to join all of that and help us provide quality education all over the world is to join the club. Be one of those people that is out there supporting Floral Design Institute, supporting the world of floral lovers, sharing the passion, the excitement. I don't think I want that one. I'm going to see what I want. Maybe these. get a variety of things here. So many different things.
So Leanne, while you pull your flowers, I want to give a shout out to Leroy from Omaha. He's on YouTube with us today. He's been very sick and he spent 4.5 months in the hospital, but he's back with us and he's delighted to be here today.
Oh, Leroy, 4.5 months is an eternity. Bless you for being out. Bless you for joining us. And tulips, let's all give Leroy a little bit of love. Wish him well. Let him know you're thinking of him, because that's hard and he needs support from all of us. Tulips are good people. We all support each other and we help. How cool is that? So, welcome to Live, Leroy. Glad you're here. Stay well. Interesting antique hydrangea. You think, oh wow, isn't that color fabulous? And it is, but it's not real. I know. Surprising, isn't it? It was this color, that sage green, and then they tinted it at the farm. I didn't do it, the wholesaler didn't do it, the farm tinted it to give it that antique hue that's so popular right now. It's like, oh my gosh, what is the world coming to? But I wanted it because it was beautiful and I knew it would be perfect in this vessel because it just kind of got that deeper color, and the light green by itself wasn't going to work. It just was going to be too much. Now I'm going to use this as an actual armature to support everything else. You could say, this is the Flower Lovers Club, creating a foundation to support and armature everything else. But no, we'll stick with rocks because we can't go everywhere here. Yeah. But what else I've got here? Maybe a little bit of smoke bush. Because with that brownish burgundy, coordinates with the container. Smoke bush needs a lot of water, so you've got to really whittle it to keep it happy, and then get it way down into the water. Don't let it be too shallow. If it's too shallow, it just won't last. It's going to die very quickly. So you want to make sure that you whittle it a bit, rough up that bark area, then settle it down in, making sure it gets well into the water reservoir so that there's no risk of it drying out. Then, oh, so many things. Which do I want to use? I've got choices. Maybe a little bit of sedum to brighten it a bit. What other questions do you want to know about? What do you wish you knew about the club? Ricky, what you got there?
Over on YouTube, we have a first-timer, Jen, from Ontario, Canada. She found us by accident, but is loving it so far.
Well, Jen, welcome. I'm glad that was a delightful accident because, yes, the tulips are pretty delightful people. So everybody, give a shout out to Jen. Let her feel the love and welcome her to the tulip bunch because we're a welcoming kind of bunch, definitely. So a little bit of sedum in there. Then I've got, which do I want? Maybe a little bit of celosia to give it some vertical movement. Yesterday in class I was teaching and we were doing the Western line and learning how to adjust vertical line to get visual impact and making sure that you keep your spacing so that you don't end up with a mass arrangement, because a mass arrangement is pretty, but we'd already made a mass arrangement. We didn't need to make another one. We needed to do a vertical one. And the students did so well. And it was kind of fun because just down the street from the school, there is an elderberry tree. So I had gone out and harvested elderberry for everybody to be able to put in their arrangements, and they turned out so beautiful. Because I don't know anybody that sells elderberry as an ornamental crop in flower arrangements, but it's kind of this blue-gray hue, and it holds really well. It's got a nice drape to it, so we used it to break the line of the container and enhance the emphasis area. Every student's arrangement turned out just stunning. It was great. I have the greatest students in the world. Yeah. Both in this class and online, you know, we are so lucky. We have great people around us. I want that one a little bit more centered. He doesn't want to stay put. See if I can find a different hole for him. There we go. I think he'll stay better. Maybe I just need a different piece. Ah, okay. Don't touch, Leanne. Stop. Okay. Coffee break roses. These are actually left over from last week with Teacher Carolyn. If you missed out, she had a really wonderful live stream and used the coffee break roses. And there were just a few left, and I thought, oh, I think they belong in mine this time. And using them to drop the color down closer to the base. And then I want to keep it all sided, so I'm going to bring one around to the back side too. Just letting it in here. Teacher Michelle.
Well, here's a fun little success story from Josh. He just finished the basic program last Monday, so 2 days ago, and yesterday he got hired by a local flower shop as a designer, and he hasn't even started his advanced course yet.
I think we just set your advanced course up on your dashboard. Oops, I guess that one's too tired. He doesn't want to go in there. So these were also left over from last week, but I thought they were kind of pretty, but that one looked like it's not going to make it. So congratulations, Josh. That's great to get your job already. I am so proud of you. That is grand. But you know, that's what I hear is students get employed sometimes while they're still in the basic course, sometimes as soon as they finish the basic course. But you're learning the skills you need, and so you're a valuable employee, and you get your jobs. We have a great placement rate. I think we're running 76% or 78% placement annually for students when they graduate with floral design, which with the way the economy is, we all need to be somewhat guaranteed that we're going to be able to make a living. And luckily, flowers and floral design and floral jobs are plentiful. It's kind of sexy to be a florist these days. Kind of nice. Just bring in a few straw flowers, and then I'm going to come back with more of the fountain grass, because I love the fountain grass. I bought this for the students, and then I bought more than we needed, and so once they were done and had used up everything, I grabbed a few pieces and brought them in for myself, because I thought, I deserve them. And I think it makes this look a little bit weedier, so it's not quite so stiff. It just makes it look wild and crazy.
We have several people, both on YouTube and Facebook, giving you a big thank you for sharing the new varieties from the SAF convention last year. They thought that was wonderful.
You know, that was so fun. If you didn't get a chance to see that, if you go to the Facebook page, it's not real long, it's maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. But I did a walkthrough in Scottsdale, Arizona at the Society of American Florists Convention, where they do a huge exhibit of new varieties and what to expect coming down the pike. And it's kind of fun to see what's going to be new and exciting in our world. And so if you didn't get a chance to see that, go back and take a look. That was fun. And there were so many beautiful things. There was one lily rose that's grown right here in Oregon by Oregon Flowers. It was one of my favorites. And then there was another lily, double lily, that won the Best in Show, that is grown by Sun Valley Farms right down in California. And I had a chance to stop and visit with Lane, and they're so proud of it. And they won Best in Show with the lily. Then they also won a prize for their bright red ilex, which is a stunning form of ilex. There are different types of ilex. His was so beautiful. I just fell in love with it. And so, and I think, well, I know that I've got his ilex in there, and I've got his lily in there, as well as there is a rose that got a best in show. I think it was called Aloha maybe or something. I can't remember, but it's a beautiful orangey rose. And then there's an interesting rose that didn't win any prizes, but it's called Veggie. And it's not the spray rose that you may have seen already that looks sort of like a Brussels sprout. It's a full-sized big rose and kind of a green color like the spray rose. And when it opens, the center is ivory with a little bit of yellow, and it's just amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. So this one, you can see I have a focal emphasis here with the ranunculus, and then I use the coffee break roses to draw your eye from the front, clear around to the back, and then I enhanced it with the straw flowers and the celosia, just to bring it up a little more. Then to give it the base, the armature of hydrangea with a bit of sedum helps to lock everything in place so that it's nice and sturdy. And then by elevating it in this vessel that has feet, makes it look kind of fun. You like that one? That will work? I kind of like it. I think it's a fun one. I think I'm going to add a couple more. Let's see, what have I got? I need, there's always room for more, right? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of the rattlesnake grass. That could be fun, just to give a little bit more contrast. Any other first timers out there? I know we had a couple, but for first timers, if you're a first time, announce yourself. If you are a Flower Lovers Club member, put it in there. Let people know. Because we are grateful for you. If it weren't for the club members, I wouldn't be able to do this. You allow me to do what I love every day, which is pretty much fun. I mean, how cool is that? You know, we have some brand new club members too. You know, I talked about the people that have been with us since 2012, and then I talked about the people that have been with us for almost 10 years, or for a full 10 years. But these are the people that are brand new. So I just went back a couple of days. So Patricia, Margaret, Heidi, Yvette, John, Krista, Constance, Sue, Deborah, Terry, Monica, Kelly, Katie, Missy, Kathleen, Yee, and Carrie. Thank you. You're the newest members of our club, the absolute newest. You're helping us to grow a taller basis, a stronger foundation for the Floral Design Institute. And you're keeping us able to do what we want to do every day as we do something we love. And I've got one more I thought I would do. And I went out and I was harvesting. Michelle, can you find me a little bit of floral netting? That's what I forgot.
Sure.
There's a tree next to the elderberry tree that does persimmons. And they're still green. They aren't ripe yet. But this year has been so weird here in Portland that they're not staying on the tree. They're starting to fall, which is very sad because I love it when they turn so bright orange on the tree. And they are not going to because obviously they've fallen off the tree. But then I thought that green hue was so pretty. So I thought, you know what? I think I need those. So the students were laughing at me as I was out scrounging around on the ground, picking up persimmons. But I knew they would be perfect for this, so I had to grab them and just drop them in. Then using a bit of quill tape, anchor it in place. Shout out to one of our tulips. I don't know if he's a club member or not, to be honest. I was talking about Flower Lovers Club, and I'm not positive if he is or not. But Michael is one of our FDI certified floral design students and might be with us on live today, because oftentimes he is. But Michael was with me in Scottsdale, Arizona last week, and on Saturday he competed in the Sylvia Cup, which is the oldest continually running design contest in the United States. It's a really big deal. It's an amazing effort. Michelle, how many years has that been going on? Is it 34 or 35?
We had a hiccup with COVID, but they started the competition in 1967, so this was the 54th time.
54th! Oh my gosh, that's even more than I dreamed. Oh my goodness. And so it's the 54th competition, and in this competition, 25 people are chosen to design and show their stuff. It's not open to everybody. You have to be pretty darn special, pretty darn talented to be chosen to be in it. And so in my opinion, there are no losers at this competition, because all 25 people are so fabulously talented that it's hard to even imagine. There's just so much talent in that room that it's overwhelming. Anyway, so 25 people competed, including our dear FDI certified floral designer, Michael. Drum roll. He came in first. Yeah, so congratulations, Michael. We are all so proud of you. If you are a member of the Tulip Bunch Facebook group, I posted his pictures there so you can go see what he made. Very, very, very talented. Incredibly talented. I'm so proud of him. But he took in first prize in the tulip, or in the Sylvia Cup competition. I say the tulip competition. It's like, no, it wasn't just tulips. So I put in a little bit of the hydrangea. I broke it down so it's not quite so big. And then I'm using some wood picks, and I'm going to place those in the bottom of the persimmons. If you go to the YouTube channel and look at the Tulip Tuesday playlist, it'll give you directions on how to use all types of different fruits, produce, vegetables of whatever kind to create amazing arrangements. So Susie has curated a list there for you, so you can take a look at that. And then you can create lovely things. I'm going to use my persimmons just because I think they're so wonderful. Putting a little bit of cold glue on them to make sure the sticks don't come out. Ricky, Michelle, anything? Because I know we're down to our last minutes, and I hate to leave you hanging. If you had a specific question you wanted answered, if you haven't joined the Flower Lovers Club, now's your chance. I know Caledonia and Susie have been putting links in there so that you can find it. And I invite you to join us in supporting the Floral Design Institute team, the flower world, and quality free education. Teacher Michelle.
So I have a message from Jessa in the Flower Lovers Club, and she's putting together a supplies order because she wants to use her discount code, but she's wondering if we're going to be restocking anything soon.
Oh. Yes, because COVID was kind of a scary time, and I mean, how long do we use this supply chain disruption? But I'm so tired of it. But yes, well, I don't know, I shouldn't say everything, but it looks like most things are going to be in stock by the first to second week of October, so coming up really quickly here. Some things are already in stock. We've been able to get, like flour food is here, quick dip is here, knives are here. We've got a lot on hand already. The AIFD guidebook's on hand, and we will be restocking heavily because now that finally things are available again. And yes, you can use your code for all those things so that you can restock and be ready for all the winter holidays coming up. We're moving into the busy, busy time of the year for florists. Well, if you were doing weddings, you've already been crazy busy. But with the winter holidays, we all get busy again. And so yes, we've been ordering and prepping, and things should be back in stock here, because it's really only the middle of September, so let's say by the middle of October, maybe sooner, everything will be ready. And so your code is good for the entire year. Well, actually, it's good as long as you're a member. So if you renew your membership, the code still works. It's when your membership expires, the code expires. So yes, you can use that, and we will be restocked, and it's ready to roll. I'm gonna switch that with the smaller one and put the bigger one back here. Thinking about my sequencing, I was teaching that in class on Monday. I was like, oh yeah, remember sequencing? There we go. And then the other two I'm just gonna leave sitting down. But you know, oh my gosh, even just with the hydrangea and the persimmons, it's a ton of fun. Doesn't take a lot, but of course we can add a little more because we have it and we like to do that. Florists never stop. There's always room for just a little bit more, and the pink strawflowers will be perfect in here because A, they're going to last a long time. This whole thing's going to last a very long time because the hydrangea will dry and look beautiful. The persimmons are so green, I think they're just going to sit there. I don't really know how long they're going to last. This is going to be one we'll have to experiment with. So I'm going to be just like you when you're a student and I say, well, take it home and watch it. See how long it lasts. Check it out. See what the story is, because we don't know how long some things last. And I don't know how long green persimmons last. So that will be kind of a fun thing to check out.
That looks really cute with the straw flowers in there. It pulls the tinting on the hydrangea.
Did you know that that was tinted when I brought it in?
I didn't. I thought those were just antique. Because mine at home are starting to antique, but they don't look that good.
I didn't know they were tinted either, and I had them on my table to get billed, and Chris came up and told me, you do know those are tinted. I was like, no, I did not know those are tinted. And I said, how do you have time to do all this tinting? He's like, no, I don't do that. I just got it that way from the farm. And I thought, how perfect is that? Oh my gosh. So I'm starting to run out of time, so I'll finish this offline. But again, thank you to the Flower Lovers Club. You are my rocks. And when I take out my bowl with Leanne's special rocks, I want you to know, you may not be in the bowl, and I'm not putting a sign on you, but you are my special rocks. You're the foundation. You give me a smooth surface. You give me support. And you help me share quality education worldwide so that we can make sure everyone has access to education, no matter what. I guess you gotta have an internet device, but other than that, we help provide education to everyone because of you, the Flower Lovers Club members. And I invite you to join us, expand yourself, join the club, reap the rewards, enjoy the benefits, and help us share the love of flowers and education as we all do something we love. See you next week. I'm going to go play with flowers and students on the other side of the wall.